Today we're going to set up the scanner on the Thinkorswim ToS platform. Scan for the best pennies every day. Hello and welcome to another episode here. Today again we're going to be looking at the scanner on ToS. So if you have your Thinkorswim open, go ahead and go to Scan. And in the Scan tab, what we see here is Stock Hacker, Option Hacker, Spread Hacker, Spread Book, and ISE Spread Book. We're going to be looking at the Stock Hacker. I have already preset my scans. I have several here, and if you go here, it'll say load scan query, and then go to your personal, and then you can have them listed here. As you can see, I have one percentage change gainers pennies, and that's what we have up. That's what we're looking at right now. Again, you can set up the following criteria. I've set mine up as stock volume, stock percent change, stock last, meaning last price. You can add a filter. Let's go. You can add for stock, option, fundamental, study, or pattern. Studies is good. You can put in like let's look at what this one has here. So you can do the ADX crossover, and within this tab in the pull downs, there is countless numbers of studies that you can put in your scan, which I think that's a great thing. But for pennies, I want to keep it as simple as possible. Okay, what I want is a stock that's going to do a minimum of 1.2 million, which I still think that's kind of low, being a penny stock. So I want to take that up to 1.5 million, and I want to put an unlimited max, so I just leave this blank. For my stock percentage change, I want at least a 50% change up to 300%. Let's change that to a 500%. You never know. You might get some wild runner and might end up hitting that 500. 50% is actually pretty low also still, because on pennies, something that goes up 50%, I mean, unless you're really dumping a lot of money in there, it's going to be really not that much of a change. So let's just go at least 75% change. 100 would be great. Stock, I don't want to go and buy anything, or I'm not interested in anything under 0.001, and I'm not interested in anything over $1.50. So after I set my criteria, then I go over here and I hit scan. Okay, there you go. I've got a handful, about 25 here, that fit this criteria. Okay, what do we see? IPWG at 400% change. This is Friday. Now I'm recording this over the weekend, so this is not live. So what we see here is IPWG hit a 400% change for the day, had a volume of 922 million, and that fit my criteria. That is a good one. So what you want to do is, with the flexibility of the scanner, is you can right click this. You don't have to put these into your watch list unless you want to. I like keeping a thin watch list because it's always changing for me. But if I'm interested in this IPWG, let's say if we're going into the market and opening and I'm running a scan, and I want to see what this thing's doing, I don't have to put it on my watch list, but I can go over here, more info on IPWG, hit the quick chart, and there I have my quick chart up here on the left. If you see this, I've got this set up for a 5-minute interval. So if I want to see what this thing is doing, I can increase the time frames by hitting this here and hitting style and time frame setup. If I want to see what this thing's been doing daily, okay, for most of the days we see here, and it's just been moving up and down, up and down, up and down, then boom, something happened, possibly fundamental, and it went up and it just killed it for the day. So I can do that and not have to load up my watch list with all these penny stocks that are going to continue to change every day. And that's the beauty of this, is you can just keep going back and forth, and you can look at these in your little quick chart, however you have your ToS set up. This is my watch list that I keep all the time. Like 50, 60, tickers. These are the big boys and what's happening in the big market stuff. But my pennies, when I'm going to go into pennies, I just want to keep it separate, keep it all alone, and I can do it from here, right from my scanner. So Thinkorswim, I know a lot of people don't like it, don't care for it. I'm using it right now. I used to be on another platform, but for the last few years I've been on ToS. There are issues, but the scanner itself is good. I like it. I don't have any problems with it. You can do so much with it. Again, with the adding the filters here on the right hand, you can set it up for anything you want and really minimize or even make a huge broad spectrum of stock options that you want to buy. There's so much in the penny world that you can really get inundated with so much, and it's hard to keep track of so many of these things and as quickly as they move. And setting my criteria again with a 1.5 million or more volume is because when you have something low volume, the volatility is dangerous. I mean, it can just move in a second. You get these pumpers and dumpers and just these massive people getting together and buying, going into something and then pumping it or dumping it. And it's dangerous. Penny stocks are dangerous. You got to be very careful. I mean, you can make a lucrative career if you know what you're doing with this. And the scanner is just another tool. I mean, it shouldn't run your life or run your trading life, but it is a tool, a very good tool, and give you an idea of what's going on in real time, and will allow you to see what's happening, something that'll catch your eye, something you can track during the day, or if this thing's got legs for a few days, a week, or whatever, and then follow up with some fundamentals. It's endless. Whatever you do, however you do it. But I just wanted to go over this and show you the basics of setting up the ToS scanner on the Thinkorswim platform from TDAmeritrade.